Alright, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Sabo deck profile. Today we're actually going to be going over 3 different deck lists that I have been playing as Sabo, and I have been getting pretty good results with. So the first one we're going to go over is the normal Straw Hat Sabo deck list. I'm not going to go over every single card every single time, but we're going to go over the leader as normal. If you have 4 more life cards, give this leader minus 1000 power. Dawn times 1. If you have a character with a cost of 8 or more, all your characters in this leader gain plus 1000. He is a 5 life dual color leader. We have a couple searchers in the deck. We have the EBO4 Jewelry Bonnie that lets us look at a Egghead or Straw Hat type character other than herself. And then we have the OP01 Nami that lets us look for a Straw Hat type card other than Nami at the top 5. We have the 2K Brook that gives 2 Rested Dawn cards to a leader or 1 character. I have 2 copies of the 2K ST10 Jinbei for Dawn times 1. When attacking, give up to one of your opponent's characters minus 2K. I have used this a couple of times in certain spots. So this card is actually pretty good. We have 4 copies of the 2K Sanji from ST21. He is our unblockable if one of our Straw Hat type characters have 6000 power or more. We have 4 copies of the OP12 Monkey D. Luffy. He's a 4/4. If you have 2 or more attached Dawn cards on the field, this character gains 2K power. On play, you may reveal 2 events from your hand, play 1 red type character with a cost of 3000 or less from your hand, and then give up to 1 Rested Dawn card to your leader or 1 character. I have 2 copies of the 5/6 Rush Luffy from ST21. When attacking, give up to one of your characters or leaders 1 Rested Dawn card. And then we have 5 copies of the new ST31 Sanji. He's a 5/3. Dawn times 2, this character gains Rush. On play, draw 1 card, then play 1 character card with the Straw Hat type with a cost of 5 or less, other than Sanji. I have 2 copies of the 7/9 Rush Luffy from ST31. If you have a total of 3 or more given Dawn cards, this character gains Rush. On play, for every Straw Hat type card on your field, give up to one of your opponent's characters minus 1000 power during this turn. I do have a singular copy of the black OP15 blocker Zoro just to play off of our next card. If your Straw Hat type character other than this character would be removed from the field by your opponent's effects, you may trash this character instead. And I'm running 4 copies of the Pirate Docking 6. It's a 5/7. This character gains plus 6 cost, so this is what's going to be able to amplify our leader ability every single time. So we want him to be sticking to the board. On play, you may trash 3 cards from the top of your deck, play up to 1 Straw Hat type character card with a cost of 2 or less. So this targets Brook, Jinbei, and Sanji, as well as our searchers if we need to. I have 3 copies of the Bad Manners Kick Course. It is a 0 cost event. We trash a card from our hand, and one of our leaders or characters gains plus 3. I have 3 copies of the 0 cost Conqueror's Hockey. Give it to one of your characters or Servals Rayleigh plus 2, and then you may rest one of your Dawn cards. If you did, give all your opponent's characters or leaders minus 1000 power during this turn. I do have 2 copies of this event. I have a plan to take down one of the 4 Emperors. It is one of the Heart Pirate searchers, but also searches a Straw Hat type crew. I have 3 copies of the 4 cost Gum Gum Mole Gun. Give it to one of your opponent's characters minus 5000 power during this turn. Then if you have a character with 6000 power or more, give up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 2000 power or less. I cannot read. And then we have 4 copies of the new stage from ST31. It is a searcher event stage that lets us add a Straw Hat type crew card to our hand, and then we may rest this stage and give it to one of our Monkey D. Luffy's a Rested Dawn. Alright, our first game here is against Zebek. We are playing the normal Straw Hat Sabo build. We do have 2 events and we have Pirate Docking, so I am going to keep this hand. We do have a search. Okay, so there's 2 pieces of our puzzle. In this situation, I will grab Nami, and I'll play out Nami, and there's our key component. So we have the whole setup ready to go. I will take this hit. We got a 7 cost right off that. That's pretty nice, actually. Okay, so we're going to play Strusen into Kyo, which is pretty good. Pretty good. I'm not going to swing just yet. I'm going to go ahead and play out my Luffy, reveal, and put Sanji on the board, as well as give my leader this. And I'm going to play Pirate Docking, Trash, and we'll just play Jinbei out for the heck of it. And we'll give a Rested Dawn to our Luffy. In that situation, I would have preferred having a Brook in the trash and playing it out and giving Sanji Rush, but it is what it is. So we're going to swing 6 at Zebek. Being able to establish a whole board pretty early is really good. Okay, so there goes Luffy, thanks to Gloriosa's effect. I'm going to throw Zoro into the trash, just for laters. I will take this hit. Kyo kind of counterintuitives that, so we'll keep it for now. Oh look, another Pirate Docking. That's kind of nice, actually. So we're going to attach a Dawn. So everything is powered up. I can swing Jinbei into him. Oh, I didn't give him a Dawn, that's why. I'm dumb. That was a misplay. Oops. We'll just play Pirate Docking, use card effects, and we'll play Zoro over the Jinbei for later. I don't have a Luffy on the field, so I can't really attack with anything else. I'm going to swing 7 into Kyo, do to get rid of it, and then we'll swing 8 into Zebek. Having 2 Pirate Dockings is really pretty good this early, especially since we're creating a lot of board pressure. He is going to play Shiki. He's going to -3 to our Pirate Docking. I'm going to block with Zoro to keep him around. He's going to swing 1 with Zebek. I'm going to throw Brook into the trash. That way he's sitting there for a little while. So we have 2 Dawn to give up. So I can play Mole Pistol to get rid of Shiki, more or less. We're minusing 6 from him. We're minusing 5 from him. So I'll bring him down to a 3. And we can swing Nami into it. So we're going to Mole Pistol, get rid of Gloriosa. Oh, he brings it down to a 4. I miscalculated a little bit. I can't do math, guys. but the idea is there. probably going to get rid of a 2k to keep Shiki around and make me swing into it more. No, he actually got rid of it. It's actually relatively good for me. We are going to just search. I'll take another docking. And then we'll swing our max amount of attacks into Zebek. So that's going to be 8, 8, 8. And we're only at... Oh, he forfeited, which is to be expected. This was a really good game for this deck. So what did he have? He had 3 2Ks, he had 4 2Ks, and a lot of bricks. It was just unfortunate that I seen everything that I needed to see pretty early. So I do think Sabo here is pretty even into Zebek. It's just you have to see certain cards for you to get ahead to actually win. And me going second kind of pretty much, I think, is better to take away from Zebek, because you don't get the option to play Gloriosa on curve or Zebek on curve, or in this case also Edward Newgate as well. But on the odd curve you do get to play Shiki and Big Mom early, as well as your Searcher, Strusen, and Kyo on your second Dawn turn. So yeah, that was the normal Straw Hat Sabo. We're gonna go into the Finger Pistol deck list. For our next deck list, it is pretty similar to the normal Straw Hat Sabo build, but I did add in my own card that I have had pretty success with. Every card pretty much is the same from the other one, but except we don't have any of the Searcher events or Conqueror's Hockey. I instead went up to a 4th Bad Manners Kick Course and another 7-cost Luffy, and I added in 3 copies of the Finger Pistol Yellow Lotus. It is a 4-cost event that says you may trash 2 cards from the top of your deck, K up to one of your opponent's characters with a base cost of 5 or less. So this is very helpful into certain matchups that give plus cost to certain cards. Like in Elbaf Luffy, for example, you can KO the Sol pretty early right off of it, and it knocks down a lot of the Elbaf character cards on plays and or their static abilities of gaining plus 2,000 power. 2 or 3, it's one of the 2. And yeah, I have very good success with this card. It also has a pretty good trigger, which lets you activate the main right off the bat, so you don't really waste Dawn if you get it off your life. This card can be very situational, but it can also be thrown away as a brick with your Bad Manners. But yeah, then we'll go into the final deck list. Alright, so with the Finger Pistol loadout, we're going against Bonnie. This could be rough, honestly. We'll snipe second and mulligan that hand. No, that's not bad, actually. We'll grab a Bad Manners off of that. See what he does turn 1. Well, turn 2, actually. I'll take it. Search, we'll grab Mole Pistol, and then we'll play out the Strawbo next turn. So we'll play Luffy, reveal our 2, Sanji, Givaudan, play Pirate Docking, use card action, play Nami, grab Brook, give these 2 to Sanji. So 6 and 6. And next turn I'm going to Finger Pistol the Cavendish. That's fine, you can rest Sanji if you want to attack into it. I might swing first and then use Pistol just to try and get rid of Roginante. Or I might Mulligan actually. Minus the power KO Roginante. Since it's a 2000 power or less character. And then keep the Finger Pistol around for like a second Cavendish or something. Okay, so we're gonna play Bonk Punch. And he's gonna swing Cavendish. 2k with Brook. So I'm gonna play Searcher Bonnie. And attack for 5, I'll take that hit. He's gonna play another Roginante. So that kind of complicated a little bit. So we'll -5 to that, and we'll KO Roginante. Give the rest to Dante Luffy. Swing at Bonnie with Nami. Rest our Pirate Docking. Swing 7 at the Cavendish. Which will most likely block with either Roginante or the Bonk Punch. He'll block with that one. And if I swing again, it'll most likely be blocked with Bonk Punch. Yep. And once we place stage, we'll grab a grab Luffy, and we'll grab a Mulligan, and fast tone. You can take Nami. So you have 3 Dawn. You're gonna use 2 of them to search. Leave 1 Dawn up to rest one of my characters. So you'd only be a 4. Finger pistol, Cavendish. What did I trash off of that? A mole pistol and a Bonnie. Attach 1 each of these. So you're sending 3. Send it 8. I could mulligan Law, but it wouldn't do too much. It would only clear the Bonnie. So what I think I'll just do is play another Luffy into Sanji, give it a Dawn, play another Pirate Docking. Just cover over that one. We'll swing big first with Luffy. Let's see, rest him. Try to rest leader. Okay, he's resting Sanji. And then we'll swing big with leader. 2K. 2 2Ks? Yeah, Zoro and Tashigi. Okay, Rushanks. Not good. Not good at all. So what's he getting rid of? Pirate Docking. So we can 0 cost Mulgun 2K that to try and keep it around. Sanji. I think keeping my board is relatively good. So he drew a Kid and Killer. So I busted at 8, 4, 5, 5, 8. So you have 9. Set leader at 8. So, me just figuring out Dawn there was kind of ambiguous. So what do you have? 2K, 3 bricks. So he had 4K in hand, and then he had another 2K in life. So at most, he would have been able to just rest one of my characters, and he'd have to take every other hit. So hey, this deck works out pretty well. And for our final deck list, we have a more Elbaf central based deck for the Straw Hats. It is the same concept, but a lot of the cards have obviously changed. We do keep Nami and Brook and Pirate Docking, but we're going to go over the Elbaf's cards. We have 2 copies of the 2K Unblockable Chopper. So he's kind of like Sanji, but we can play him pretty early as well, and he costs less. But he does have a restriction of having a 12 cost on the board. We have the Cycle Nami. She's a 1/2. Trash 1 Elbaf type card from your hand and you draw 2. We have the Searcher Usopp. He gains plus 3,000 power if there's a cost of 12 or more. So he could be a 2/5. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck, reveal up to 1 Elbaf type card, and then add it to your hand. So this card will search our Rush Luffy's, our Loki's, and our Saul's. I have 2 copies of the Gerd 2K. I do mainly use this card as a 2K, but I do, at some points, if I don't have any Pirate Dockings, Lokis, or Luffy's in my hand and they're all in the trash, I do play this card out. That way I can get one of them onto the field. Sometimes Saul as well, especially if it's during the late game and I have little amounts of Dawn. I only have 1 copy of the blocker Jinbei because he's kind of mainly here as a standalone. I do play him out sometimes, but I do find the value of being able to play him off of the docking, especially when he does get trashed for a late game. I have 4 copies of the Nico Robin. If there's a character card with a cost of 12 or more, give it to one of your opponent's characters minus 3,000 power. So this character can also balance out a big blocker, or you can get rid of a big body. I have 4 copies of the 2K Zoro. If there's a character with a cost of 12 or more, he gains plus 3. But if one of your opponent's characters if one of your characters, not your opponent's characters, that would be stupid. If one of your characters would be removed from the field due to one of your opponent's effects, you may place 3 cards from your trash into the bottom of your deck in any order. So this is pretty much our anti-removal for the deck. I have 4 copies of Jaguar D Sol. He gains plus 12, and he's a searcher to help search our Elbaf cards. And then he trashes the rest. We are obviously still playing Pirate Docking 6 because it's one of the core cards for pretty early. You may trash 3 cards from the top of your deck, play 1 Straw Hat type character with a cost of 2. And the good thing about our Straw Hats is that they are pretty much all under 2 costs except for the Rush Luffy. So in any given situation, we can pull out any of these for like a big body, or we can play out anti-removal, or if we want to get rid of something, we can play out Robin. We have 4 copies of the 6/8 Loki. He gains plus 12 and 3,000 power on our opponent's turn. On play, KO up to any number of opponent's characters with a total cost of 4 or less. So you can get rid of 4 1s, 2 4, or 1 4, or 2 2s. In any order, 1 3 and 1 1, or 2 and 2 1s. So I do find this card pretty good all around. Then we have 4 copies of the Elbaf Luffy. If there's a character with a cost of 12 or more, this character gains Rush. On play, 1 character, draw 1 card, and then play 1 character card with the cost of 2 or less. Again, this targets everything that is Straw Hat related for any given situation that we need. Just like the Pirate Docking 6. And then I have 3 copies of the Bad Manners Kick Course. So if we want to throw out any of our bricks as well, we can do that and then gain +3. And then I have 2 copies of the 1-cost Gum Gum Kong pistol. I mainly have this in here as a counter event, but I have had little times where I have used the main ability where you rest 6 dawn, so it is a 7-cost event at that point. If there is a character with 12 or more cost, KO up to 2 of your opponent's characters with a cost of 6 or less, which is relatively good for Elbaf Luffy. So those are the 3 deck lists. I'm going to show a game of each, and we will get right into the games. And now we're using Elbaf Sabo against Carrot, it seems. So I'm gonna go second. This is a relatively good hand, honestly. Okay. We'll play out this Nami first. I did get a 0 cost off of it, but did lose the capacity to get Soul. We'll trash Brook. No, we'll trash Chopper. Okay, we did get Saul, so that's pretty good. I didn't want to trash Zoro just yet. Okay, Zoe gets an active Dawn. I'll take hit 1. Okay. We're just going to go ahead and plop down Saul, and we'll grab a Zoro off of it. That way we can bunker up for a little bit, for a hot minute. And then we'll attach 1, play Pirate Docking into a Zoro, most likely. Or whatever's in our trash. By the end of this game. Well, this round, I should say. Buddy, what are you gonna do? Okay, so you're gonna rest Nami, attack with Wanda. That's fine. And straight 3. We'll do this. Zoro into the trash. Blocker. That's funny, I just got rid of one of you. Okay, so Pirate Docking, use the card action. Bring out Zoro for a board clear. So we'll attack 6. 2K'd with okay, so that's a stage searcher Carrot. Lots of that one. The nice thing about these two is that these two can't be arrested off of her leader ability because they're high cost. So we have a 16 and a 11. So we can only arrest these two. Okay, so you're gonna arrest that. There's a 6. Miss Doms. Okay, so here's 1 minus cost. Gonna swing into leader. Go ahead and take it. Okay, we got a Loki. So it doesn't really do too much as of right now. I mean, it clears Wanda, I guess. Clears one low-end body. So we'll deploy Loki, get rid of Wanda. I'll swing 3 attacks into leader. Oh, Arc Noah. That's... Alright. So all of our characters are now rested. Interesting. Okay, Mihawk. Big blocker. So he can't play anything of a 7 or more. He can play another carrot if he so pleases. Which he might do. So he's gonna swing Steer Arms into Nami. You can take Nami. Didn't think Carrot would have so many buffs right now. Honestly. Okay, so he played Arlong. Leader can attack. Oh, 1K with Nami. And he's gonna swing 6 and Zoro can't attack. I'll just trash Zoro. Okay. So we're still gonna lead our ability. That's a given. I think what I'll do is deploy Robin to minus power to the Mihawk. That way it'll die on a block. So I'm sitting at 9, 8, 7. With Pirate Docking I can replace with my current one. I can replace that Zoro with the others in my trash. So I'm just going to Saul into the Misdoms. So Misdom dies. I'll swing you into Carrot. Carrot dies, and I'll swing Loki into Leader. He'll take that hit. And then I'm going to replace my Arrested Docking play out a Zoro upright. So that only leaves him with Arlong, Carrot, and Mihawk for right now. So he'll probably play Beppo, though, Law Beppo, since it's a Minx. The good thing about Arc Noah is that it's only a one-time card. It's a non-play. It's just tragic that he got it first try off his first life. He might be playing 10-cost Shanks as well over Law Beppo, but I think playing Law Beppo is a lot better. I'll take the hit. He's probably going to stack Dawn on Arlong as well. Okay, he's gonna stack 3, which I'll counter out of this hit. Akno in his life. Okay, he plays Wanda. Searching, he drew an Elbaph for a counter event, most likely. So. It's an 8. I'll have to take it. Okay, so we can clear Arlong with a new Loki, so we don't really have to swing into it. So I'm not really worried about it. More worried about is getting rid of this Mihawk right now. And Elbaph is a +3? It's a +3. So I'd have to swing relatively large on a Mihawk. So I'll probably swing with the first Loki. I think, yeah. So we're sitting at 9. I need to do 12 at Mihawk. Elbaph, a 1 cost? Yeah, it's a 1 cost. Okay, Mihawk's gone. We'll swing Robin into leader, and then we'll replace her with Loki to pop Arlong. Okay, so she's using the Elbaph early. So we'll play Loki over that and destroy Arlong. Which honestly, now that I think about it, I should have popped Wanda and then swung into Arlong. Swing 6, 7, 7, and 8. Garchu. Another Elbaph. Two Elbafs. Probably runs 4 of it. 6. That'll be 9. Pick up 8, 9. So I have to counter this hit. Just in the off chance that that is a brick. You gotta play like every life's almost a brick, almost. And luckily for me, it was a brick. So I guess guess we just stack Loki and swing. 18 to 5. Yeah. So I guess his last 2 life was probably this Zoro and probably this Luna, which at that point I did swing with my last character, so there was no point in resting anything. So yeah, but that was also Elbaf Sabo. All of these decks do have pretty good niche to them, but hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time with another deck profile or leader battle.